Hey, Dan Passarelli here. How you feeling today? I'm feeling pretty darn good myself. I must say, right now is a very special time to talk about this new trading system. So I'm really glad that you're here with me. Let's make sure that you can hear me. If you can hear me, go to the questions box and type in what your goal or your goals are as a trader. Hit that questions box for me and tell me what your goal is or what your goals are as a trader. I want to know because I think it's important that you know what that is, that you have these goals, because if you don't have the goals, you don't achieve them. And I want to be able to help you do it. Hey, John, how are you, my friend? Great to hear from you. Dimitri says to trade full time. Wow, man, that's awesome. That is super great. Super cool. Let's see here. Jason says to get more trading tools. You're in the right place, my friend, because this is a really great trading tool. Who else? Elias says consistent profitability. Awesome. Yeah, that's really important. We're going to talk about that. Brad says income and growth. Very cool. JMF says hi to learn more about zero DTE options. Nice. Bill, what's up, my friend? Nice to see you again. Financial freedom, he says. Corey says, I want to be successful enough to change careers to full-time trading. Super cool. Carl says, create a sustainable income stream. Great goal. Reg says, recover my retirement plan after losing it all in a bad decision. Yep, yeah, that happens, but now you're making good decisions. Lafayette says consistently profitable. Thank you. Can I just say rad? Rad says, Dan, you are outstanding. Much appreciated. New context is financial growth, financial freedom, more opportunities to give back. Now I love hearing that. Paul says full-time employment alternative, full-time trader, consistent profitability, great risk management. Yes. Basil says consistent side income. And Ken, long time no see, my friend, says my goal is low risk supplemental retirement income. Very cool, my friend, and it's great to hear from you again. Before we get started, I need to point out options are not for everyone. Read characteristics and risks of standardized option. Get a copy of that by emailing investorservices@theocc.com. Today, I am officially launching 0 Day Hero. This is our live real-time scanner that shows what very big traders are doing in 0 DTE options. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with me yet, once again, my name is Dan Passarelli, and the things that are important to me is, the most important thing to me is my family, my wife Kathleen, my kids Sam and Isabel. We enjoy traveling together. We've been all over the world. We're also music people. We love playing music, listening to it. As far as me professionally, I basically got into the options industry right out of college and just never left. They can't get rid of me. Since then, these are some of the places that I've worked with: Harvard, Fox Business News, CBOE, TheStreet.com. Since then, I wrote a couple books on options and even collaborated with a couple other books. This is one of my books that most people are familiar with, Trading Option Greeks. I've got a good rating that I'm thankful for and proud of on Amazon. And having been around a long time, I've met a lot of people in the options trading world. I've done webinars and in-person classes with some of these guys. Sooner or later, you end up being part of this thing, this industry, right? Whatever industry it is, you stick around long enough, you do. And so I get the opportunity to, share what I'm thinking on TV with the likes of Dom Chu here, even back when he was with Bloomberg. Now he's on CNBC. And Abigail Doolittle, who is awesome, and all those folks you see on the business news. And one of the really great things is that when you need help with something, when you know all these people, when you need help with something, you always know where to go. And a lot of the people that I interact with are people who either work at or used to work at the CBOE. Long story short, I was chatting with a friend of mine from the CBOE one day, and he explained just how active these zero DTE trading has become. And I'll explain what that is to you in a minute. And it really, really piqued my interest. So let's start at the beginning of my history with zero DTE trading. So first of all, what are zero DTE trades? So that's 0 days to expiration. D is days, T is to, E is expiration. So those are making trades today, like putting them on today that expire at the end of the day today, on whatever day we're talking about. Now, my love affair here with zero DTE trades, it started a while back. There's a good friend of mine who's a professor at Indiana University who came up with an NDX zero DT strategy that I traded for a while and overall did pretty good with it. And so I really, really liked it. And then one day found myself talking to another friend of mine from the SIBO, and I learned this is going to be crazy. I don't even know if you're going to believe this. 45% of the daily volume in SPX, which is the most actively traded contract, is zero DTE trades. Isn't that crazy? That's almost half of the volume. So I was like, what am I missing? Everybody else is doing this. I'm doing it a little bit, but what am I missing? So I studied it. Those of you who know me, who've been part of other scanners that I created, you know, I hunkered down. I spent months and months and months studying it. I talked again to my inner circle, and Zero Day Hero was born. And that's the scanner, and I'm going to show you exactly how it all works, and you're going to love it. Now, I've showed this to almost nobody, like 2 people, and because I wanted to get some feedback. And so Jacob D from New York City said, I jumped into zero DTE trading because of all the chatter about it, but Zero Day Hero gave me a more disciplined system that demystified how to successfully trade 0 day expiries. Now, right now, zero DTE trades, they are just the hottest thing in the market. This is what the smart money trades, and there are many, many reasons for this. First of all, there's no overnight risk. Because you ever make a trade and the next morning you wake up and it gapped against you and there's nothing you can do? Even if you have a stop in, the stops don't get filled until after it gaps, right? So this totally eliminates all the overnight risk. Also, they're less time consuming. There's a lot of really, really great nuances to these, and there's a lot of nuances that we don't even have to worry about. I'll tell you more about these later as well. They fit into anybody's schedule because you make them, and some of them you can set and forget, although some of them you can be more active with. You can get high leverage with much lower capital because it's the last day until expiration. They're going to expire later. They've already lost a lot of the time decay. Now they're just leverage trades that cost very, very little. And there are many, many different option strategies that are possible. If you're good at credit spreads are great with zero DTE trades. They're great with 0 Day Hero. Risk reversals, straddles, so many different strategies. These are the most liquid options to trade, especially the ones that I curated specifically for 0 Day Hero, because they are the indexes and ETFs. We're talking SPY, SPX, the Qs, TLT, GDX, a lot of the, the ARC ETFs, direction ETFs, all the spider ETFs. These are the most liquid assets to trade, which is great. Little slippage, easy to get in and out. Also, some underlyings, like SPX, for example, are cash settled and European exercise. That means you can hold them into the close, avoiding any day trading restrictions. So like, just because these are options that expire today doesn't mean you have to day trade them. You don't. In fact, a lot of people absolutely do not. They hold them through expiration. Great. I'll tell you more about that too. And you don't have to worry about exercising. You can't get assigned early because they're European exercise with some of these. Also, you can see profits fast. There's no waiting. You're not putting on a credit spread for 2 weeks just hoping a disaster doesn't happen. You're just holding it throughout the day. And by the end of the day, you know the results. This is the perfect side hustle. Maybe you have a job where you can only trade 2 days a week. Well, you know, with a lot of strategies, that's really tough to trade because, you know, you put on a trade, you go to work the next day, then you can't check your phone and it goes against you and you're in trouble. But here, you're out of the trade by the end of the day. It is the perfect side hustle trade. Also, small moves make money even in slow markets. These trade triggers, they're not delayed. In fact, these are real-time trades right down to the millisecond. Now, why specifically use 0 Day Hero to trade 0 DTE trades? Well, the traders that we follow, they have the access, the research, and the money that a typical retail trader simply does not have. Some of you who, you know, do a lot of like self-improvement and, you know, you want to be the best of the best. You've probably heard people say things like, you should try to surround yourself with great people, be the brokest, dumbest person in the room. Well, guess what? These are the traders who have all the access. They have all the research. They have all the money to buy all the things that they need so that they can do the research. And we're just following along. Also, the trades are pre-filtered. I spent months and months going back and forth, nitpicking to get the exact perfectly populated trades. And that maximizes your chance to make great trades. Also, everything is all in one place. You know, you can try and do this on your own and look, but you know, you would have to be like going to different it would be more than a full-time job. It's just all in one place. It's super, super easy. Big thing is that these trades are not delayed. There's services out there like, you ever hear like, you know, you can follow politicians' trades or whatever, or like follow 13F filings where you learn about the trades like days or weeks or even months afterwards. Like you will literally see these trades within a millisecond after the trade is being made. Like that's it. And you know, without using this, you would probably only hear about 1 or 2 of these literally a month. That's because you would only hear about these if it's picked up by the trading news services like Benzinga or something like that. And when I say down to the millisecond, look, this is one of the trades. This traded on the CBOE at 9:31 and 19.713 seconds, 713 milliseconds. Wowsies. So let me start out with a partial crash course on how to read these trade triggers. So first of all, we have the size on these. Here, let me back up here. There's 1,000 of the SPXW. And SPXW, just ignore the W. That stands for weekly. It's just a data thing. 1,000 SPX, June of 2024, 5th. So this is a screenshot from June 5th. Okay, and it's always today. 53.50 calls at 60 cents. And the ask side. Okay, this traded on the ask side, which means somebody bought these. It's the market maker's ask, so some big trader bought these trades. So we know that somebody spent 60 cents on 1,000 of these calls. Now, this trade happened at 10:25 and 45.079 milliseconds, right there, Eastern time. And we see that, right? It's all laid out. So on this 5-minute chart for that day, this is my 5-minute chart, and I've got my thinkorswim set to Central time, so it's actually 9:25 on mine, but the triggers are all in Eastern time. As you can see, this is where the person bought this 1,000 lot. All right. As you can see, SPX continued higher pretty steadily throughout the day on this, right? And it closed at 53.54 and 3 seconds. Excuse me. It closed at 53.54 and 3 cents, not 3 seconds. It can't close at 3 seconds, 3 cents. That made a $3.43 profit on the day, which, you know, I mean, times 1,000 is a lot, but let's focus on what's really important, because we're probably not going to be trading 1,000 lots of these. Maybe some of us, but not most of us. The important thing is it's a 571.7% profit. So that's one of the advantages that I pointed out with this. You can get like massive leverage on these very, very short-term trades with very, very little risk. This trader risked a max of $600, though this trader is likely using a stop and realistically was only risking like $100 or so, and ended up with $3,430 on this trade. Okay. Multiply that out a little bit. Actually, I need to add a 0 to each of these now that I'm looking at it. Risk $6,000, risk $60,000, and would have made $343,000. Holy cow. That is 0 missing there. That's a little bit of a difference there, isn't it? Okay. So we are moving forward here, right? We have many different types of trades. When I say different types of trades, I'm going to start out talking in the context of different types of option strategies. Now, one of the ones, and this is one of the best ones to follow, actually, whether you trade it exactly like them or not, I find this to be the best directional indicator on 0-day hero, is what we call outrights. And that is just simply buying a call or buying a put. And we see that, and we see some of these pretty massively big trades here. This trade happened at 9:42 and 58.791 seconds. This trader bought 607 of the SPX 5310 puts at $3 and about 30 cents. Now, for those of you who like don't trade SPX, it's a massively big contract. I don't know if you know that. A lot of people who trade like SPY, this is 10 times as big as SPY. And so this actually does the math for you. If we take the delta of this trade times the price of the SPX, that'll give us what they call the notional value or the market impact. This was basically somebody controlling $96.7 million of the S&P 500. Wow. So there's a couple of ways that we can trade some of these things. Some of them are short-term intraday, which some people love to do, but a lot of people don't. I personally don't. Some of these are getting an idea of direction for the day. And, you know, when you see somebody buying this many puts, being short $96.7 million of the S&P 500, that person is aggressively looking for a pullback or, you know, a bounce off resistance or something. This is a delta trade, right? We put in the trade, and if we're into intraday trading, if we have an account that's over 25 grand, hey, you can put in your profit target. But you know what? If not, that's one of the advantages of SPX. It's cash settled. We can just hold it until expiration and we get the in the money value. Now, the one thing is this is a high theta trade, so we might want to think about closing it quickly if it goes against us. Okay, how about 0DTE credit spreads? This is wonderful. So I showed you a picture of my book, right? I'm the guy who wrote the book on option Greeks, literally. I'm an option Greeks guy. Like, that's what I love to talk about. But guess what? You use the Greeks so much less with these because they start to go out the window on expiration day. That makes these so much easier to trade than traditional options in a lot of ways. Credit spread trades, they're just simply a line in the sand trade. We look at what the credit spread is. Okay, there's a 53.30, 53.45 call credit spread at $1.70. So we know that the line in the sand is 53.31.70. As long as it stays below there by the end of the day, we win. If it goes above, we lose. This is a great way to overcome the day trading rule again, right? You don't have 25 grand in your account, you can't day trade. Doesn't matter. You trade a lot of the trades are SPX trades. I would say about 50% of them are SPX trades. So this is wonderful for smaller traders. Also, iron condors, okay? This is the same thing. With regular iron condors, I'm worried about my theta, I'm worried about the gamma, I got to work in the vega. It's simple. There's two lines in the sand. As long as it doesn't go below this strike or above this strike, the trade's a winner. My iron condors. Now, I almost never let trades expire, right? Those of you who are my long-term students, I always say, hey, we've got to close trades before they expire. These 0DTE trades, these are the only ones that I let go until expiration because theta is the highest on that final day. They can be very, very lucrative in the last hour of the day. And the studies show that. These are also great for inferring ranges. Now, I tell people, especially who are new traders, I say, hey, look, don't sell naked strangles, but a lot of professionals do. Now, I'm not going to follow selling a naked strangle. I have some students who are very, very successful with it, and that's great. If that's how you trade, fine. But if you don't trade strangles, you can still use this data to infer the range for the day in a way that you can't through anything else. Sure, you could use, implied volatility. You can use, different range measuring indicators. This is somebody putting his or her money where his or her mouth is, saying, hey, I think the range is going to be between 52.95 and 53.35, and I'm betting a lot of money on it. If this trader was massively wrong, that trader wouldn't be there anymore. These are traders. Look, you can't be a professional without being really, really smart, because if you're not, you get canned. So these are the exact people that even if we're not following their trades, we want to understand what they're thinking so that we can make better decisions about the trades that we're using. Setting short strikes for iron butterflies and iron condors or credit spreads, right? We combine that with independent technicals supporting the trade, and this becomes ultra, ultra powerful. Now, other great insights from Zero Day Hero. I had to decide which option strategies to keep in there and which to not keep in there. And there's a trade called a box. Now, a box is a very, very low risk strategy. There's some risk to it, but it's a very, very low risk strategy. And it's basically a way for traders to borrow or lend money. Sometimes for a trader, if they've got very big positions on, he or she might need to borrow some money for the day. So they trade a box. They sell a box to somebody, that cash gets put in their account, and they can, they can trade for the day. So that's a great way to infer the interest rates that these big traders are using. So I decided to leave those in. Risk reversals are often leveraged directional bets. We don't get a lot of those, but the ones we get, those are some of my favorite ones to follow. Directional time spreads, we get some of those. Those are powerful. And honestly, just plain learning how the smart money trades. If all this did for you was shows you how the best traders in the world trade, wouldn't it be worth it just for that? And to me, that's the most important thing. 0 Day Hero gives you trade ideas and access to the minds of other traders to share in their success. Now, what do you say we take a look at some of the trades from the scanner, huh? Sound good? Okay, so these are trades. These are actually trades from today. And these are the first trades of the day. Remember, this is 9:30 Eastern time and 34 point whatever seconds. So all of these trades, I mean, these two trades are the first 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds of the day. All of these are about in the first half hour of the day or so. Now take a look at them. 600 SPX, 550, 5,500 calls at 30 cents. Now, 30 cents is not a lot for the SPX. And, you know, it shows you where the SPX was then. It was at 54, 56. I mean, that's 100 points away. That's a lot, right? That's like 10 SPY points. Is somebody really betting that SPX was going to go up 10 points or 100 points today? No. I guess it's 50 points now that I'm looking at. Were they betting that it's going to go up 50 points today? No, they weren't. What these are, in fact, what everything on this page is what I call cleanup trades. So, and this is great. This is why I left them in the scanner. I don't want you to follow them, and I go very clearly over that in the accelerator videos and the boot camp. But it's important to be able to see these so you understand what traders are thinking. Hey, you know, this is pretty far away, but I'm gonna buy these calls back just in case. Take the risk off the table. Look, these are spiders. These are like $5 away from the money here too, right? This person's actually closing them, selling them at 6 cents. This might be the same person. Somebody's buying the put side of that for 6 cents. Maybe somebody's putting on like unbalanced risk reversal. You ever think about these kind of things? So these I show you, but I'm going to tell you, like, I leave these in because it makes a really good point. We don't take all the trades that come in through the scanner. This 0 Day Hero is going to take some work. We go through the process that I share in the class of how to identify the good trades from the bad trades and make it really, really simple for you, but it takes a little bit of work. Now, that being said, because I leave these trades in so that you get a feel for what the smart money's thinking, I know, because some people already told me this is why they're going to sign up, that they're just going to sign up for this to watch the trades and learn how the smart money trades. So you are going to see exactly how and why professional traders are entering and exiting with 0 DTE option trades. Okay, so this is a trade from yesterday. 500 of the SPX 5450 puts traded at 55 cents. Traded on the ask side. So somebody bought these puts and it was right towards the end of the day. Now, what I want to share with you is the impact here. This impacted $27.7 million of notional value. This is somebody making a massive, massive trade. And they're doing that like to make a small profit on this and move on. And a small profit on a 500 lot trade adds up. Today's alerts alone show over $1 billion of trade activity value. Now, this one here, this is a day trade. It's one of the ones that are higher risk and require quicker thinking, but that's not all we see here, like I said. In fact, we see a lot of trades that are a lot more set it and forget it. We see a lot of trades that we can hold through expiration. And yes, you heard me right. Like I said, that's one of the only trades that I hold through expiration. So let's take a look at one of those. So this one is from yesterday. A trader sold 998 SPX 5490 5500 call credit spreads at 60 cents. All right. So this was early in the morning, about 13 minutes after the market opened. And this was one that the trader, if the trader held it all the way till the end of the day, and you don't have to trade them back. You're not going to get exercised or assigned. You know, I mean, it's just cash settled anyway. You're not going to take control of the underlying. If this person was to have held this until the end of the day, he or she would have made 60 cents times 998 contracts. That's $59,880. I mean, these are the people we're following. Like this is not a game. This is not messing around. This is the big leagues that we're getting a peek into the window of. And another thing, as you can see, this ends up being actually an easier than normal trade to manage. Because, you know, some people say they've heard that zero DT trades, oh, they're not for beginners. But that is a total myth. That's baloney. Zero DTE trades are actually easier to trade than other trades, a lot of the time anyway, just because of the nuances like implied volatility in the Greeks, you know, they come into play much, much less when it comes to zero DTE trades. Okay, so here's another one that traded on the same day. Somebody sold 629 of the SPX 5450 puts at $1.40. So put them on about 40 minutes after the open. This person held it all the way through, and the impact here, $36.4 million worth of market impact. If this trader held it all the way till the end of the day, SPX closed at 54.6930 that day. So this trader could have made, what does that come out to? 140 bucks times 629. I mean, that's a lot, right? Now, I'm not trading 629 contracts. Like that, I'm not trying to, like, you should not be impressed with these figures. What you should be impressed with is that these are traders who have such a track record, such confidence, such knowledge and such trust by their investors that they're trading $36 million trades. This is a total set it and forget it trade. Sell the put, move on. Easy, great for beginners. Also, here in XBI, which is the Spider Biotech ETF. So this trader bought this 91.5, 92.5 put spread at 65 cents. Now, later that day, XBY closed at 91.39. If the trader actually held it until the end of the day, he or she could have made a max profit of $45,000. Though one thing that I've learned through this is that most traders don't hold zero DTE debit spreads through the close. They hold credit spreads. Statistically, I've learned that they hold credit spreads throughout the close and just let them expire, but not debit spreads. Interesting, right? You're going to learn a ton. You're going to learn a ton trading. And I cover ways to infer whether a trade is an opening or closing trade in the accelerator course that accompanies this, as well as in the upcoming boot camp that I mentioned. Now, actually a lot of these that make money are actually just small winners. Now, this trader sold this 460, 464 call credit spread in the Qs at $3.66. That day, the Qs closed at $462.96. So, you know, if this trade was to expire, it wouldn't expire at, max value or anything. Because no, this is a debit spread, right? Only the 464 calls are in the money. So at expiration, that spread would have been worth like, that the trader could have made like 70 cents or something like that, right? Because this trade is an ETF, not cash settled, the trader probably would have closed these out by expiration, just to be safe. So, 70 cents times 1,925 contracts, that's $134,750 profit. But again, realistically, because the trader was closing it out by expiration, would have closed it earlier, the profit wouldn't have been quite as big, but it's still a pretty good day. And, I want to point out too, big number, right? But I wasn't being facetious before when I said that a lot of these trades are for a smaller profit. Because, look, making, say, 55 cents on a max profit of, whatever, that's still a small chunk of the max profit. But that's the lesson. Professional traders manage their risk and try to take consistent wins, right? And that's actually what I think we all like to do, right? It's just that these traders, they're so good that they can scale up and trade a couple thousand contracts, right? So again, don't take the lesson that, oh yeah, this person's making $134,000, big deal. No, take the lesson that this trader who can make trades to make $134,000, what they're doing is on this credit spread. I think I said debit spread before, sorry. On this credit spread that had, one call in the money and one not, they're trying to make 55 or 70 cents or whatever it is, even though, the whole thing is $366 per contract. They're just taking a little portion of that and managing their trades. And these are the people that we're following and emulating. It's about consistency. 0 Day Hero works on all platforms. You can literally, if you use Thinkorswim, Fidelity, IB, any broker you can use. There's no special software or anything, okay? Literally all you do is open up a browser window and these are the trades that pop up. So that being said, today is the launch party and I'm really, really glad that you joined us. So today you're going to get the best price that you're ever going to see for 0 Day Hero. Type the word hero if you want me to show you how you can get involved in 0 Day Hero. Hit that questions box and type the word hero if you want to learn how you can get involved with 0 Day Hero. Jessica says hero. Mumad says hero. Dimitri says hero. David says hero. JMF says hero. Lafayette says hero. Denny says hero. Gil says hero. Ken says hero. Basil says hero. Anthony says hero. Carl says hero. Paul, I'm going to cover all that in a minute. Keaton says hero. Gary says hero. Bob, what's up, man? Says hero. Mike, hey, says hero. Govind, Bill, Robert. Okay, excellent. So let me share that with you. What do I need to get started with this? If you want to trade 0 Day Hero, you're going to need a computer or a phone or a tablet and internet access. Okay. You're going to need a brokerage firm, the ability to place trades, right? If you want to place trades. I know some people are just going to do this so that they can see what the biggest, smartest traders in the world are doing. But if you want to make the trades, yeah, you need a broker. And you're going to need at least level 1 approval for options if you want to place the outright trades, which is buying calls or buying puts. And more than half the trades are buying calls or buying puts. And those are the ones that are the best ones to follow, as long as they're not cleanup trades. Optional, you might want a higher level of approval. Some of the other good ones to follow are the credit spreads, and then there's some other ones. But if you have level 1 approval, you're in great shape. Also, it helps to have a basic knowledge of option trading. You don't have to be great. You don't have to know everything there is about the Greeks. In fact, you don't really have to know much about the Greeks or volatility. You just have to know the basics. So here is what you'll get when you get started with 0 Day Hero. First, you're going to get the 0 Day Hero trade triggers that we've been looking at this whole time. Now, I've looked around. I mean, first of all, there's nothing really like this. I've made this so robust, so fine-tuned. There's nothing like this, but I looked around for things that are somewhat comparable, and a similar program for 3 months would be like $2,000. The next thing that you're going to get is you're going to get those 0 Day Hero accelerator videos that I mentioned. Now, this is the most blown out course that I have. I have 8 accelerator videos that you're going to get access to tonight, and I plan to add a couple of more within the next week. Now, this would compare to about a $1,600 full class, because each video lays out exactly what to do. The 0 Day Hero accelerator video training course, I mean, it reveals step by step exactly how and why to trade 0 Day Hero, how it works. This will show you which trades to follow and which to ignore. It is everything you need to get started right now. But listen to this. This is what you will also get, and this is awesome. You're going to get a half-day boot camp, all right? We're going to record it live. It's going to be live. You're invited. It's going to be on July 13th. It's also going to be recorded. If that day doesn't work, no big deal. This is a full half day. Now, I've looked at half-day courses like this that are this in detail. This is a $4,000 value. The next thing you're going to get as a bonus is a strategy call from our trader success team. They're going to get you on the phone for a half hour. They're going to talk to you about what's working in your trading, about what struggles you've been having, what hurdles there are for you to overcome, and they're going to help you overcome them. They're also going to suggest what's next for you in your trading journey, and maybe even what other courses are available that can help you get there. So that we bill out at $500 for one of those calls. So this is a total comparable value to anything else you might find that's half as good, in my opinion, of $8,100. By now, I think you can see why 0 Day Hero's trading system, it's a great value even at $8,100. I mean, look, honestly, if all this did was identify what the big smart traders are thinking about market direction today, wouldn't it be worth it just for that? If all this did was show you the range that top traders are expecting the market to stay within today, wouldn't it be worth it just for that? But today is the launch party, and you could have done a million other things today, but I am so glad that you chose to do this. So like I promised, you are going to get the best value that you will ever see for this. Get started right now for a small easy investment of only $747. but you have to take massive action right now by going to markettaker.com/hero123 go. It's finally open. I'm so excited. I've been thinking about this day for like months and months and months, and I'm so glad that you're part of this. Now, a couple other things here. These trades, they come directly from a feed, a data feed, straight from the CBOE. Right after you join, when you go to markettaker.com/hero, right after you join, you're going to be taken to a page that looks just like this. And that's because of the deal that I worked out with the CBOE to get the data feed from them. So I pay for the data, and because you're a non-professional, I mean, you can only get this through me. So make sure that you use the same email here as you do on the order form. So if you're using PayPal, just use the same email address for both, or if you're using a credit card, just use the same email address here that you do to sign up. Now, quick recap. Today, you are gonna be the first ones to get the 0-day hero trade triggers. You're gonna get these popping up right on your screen. The biggest trades, like, again, 45% of the SPX value of volume every day are these trades. These are the trades that you want to follow. You're going to get those, and I'm going to get you up and running fast with them. You're going to watch the first couple of videos. You don't even have to finish them because the outrights and the vertical spreads are the most important ones. You're going to jump in there. You're going to watch those accelerator videos, and you're going to be ready to roll. Then you're going to get your feet wet. You're going to get some practice with this, and by July 13th, we're going to get you mastered with this because you are going to attend the half-day boot camp live, or at least catch the recording afterwards. And then I want to make sure that you are becoming the best trader that you can be. So we're going to have our trader success team give you a bonus strategy call to help you overcome the things that are holding you back and tell you what you can do to move forward. Also, I want to point out, this is our special launch party deal, right? So the first 3 months, you're getting this for just $747. And after those first 3 months, it's going to be $299 a month. And you've seen the power of this. I am honored to give you this massive discount. Now, the next thing to know, go to markettaker.com/hero, or if you have some questions, give us a call at 773-302-1645. That's 773-302-1645. And you can talk to one of our operators on staff who can answer all your questions and get you signed right up over the phone. Now, let me make this even easier for you. Go ahead and take out your phone and scan that little code in the bottom of the screen that's called a QR phone. All you have to do is go to your camera app and point it at it, and a little web page will pop up. Just touch it, and that'll bring you to the order form so that you can get going and get signed up. And let me show you what that looks like, by the way. When you go to markettaker.com/hero, here's the first page you're going to see. So just go to markettaker.com/hero, redirects you to this page. There's a picture of me with my cute little dog Pickle. And you're going to put your first name here. You're going to put your last name here. You're going to put your email address here. You're going to put your phone number here. Okay. And then you're going to put your credit card information, and you can choose to join our group coaching at a trial. You don't have to, but John talks a lot about these trades in group coaching, just to give you an idea on how to trade them. And there's many more things that I have to talk about. You can see the PayPal button on the screen. Let's talk about that. A lot of times people will say, hey, Dan, this is great, I'm in, but I can't come up with $747 right now. Is there a way that I can finance this? And yeah, you can with PayPal. With PayPal credit, you can have the system mastered before the first payment is even due. Just go to markettaker.com/hero, click the PayPal button that you can see right here, and get started with 0 Day Hero today. The next thing to talk about, I get some frequently asked questions. And if you have questions, that's why I'm doing this online live. Go and put your questions into the questions box, or you can call the number I put up there. I'll put it back up in a second. But pop your questions into the questions box. In the meantime, here's some frequently asked questions I get. What if I can't install it properly? You can. Don't even worry about that question. There's literally nothing to install. You're going to get a couple of emails that give you a username and password if you don't have one for Market Taker already. If you do, you're just going to go to the user portal. In fact, let me pull that up here. Student.markettaker.com. You guys know how to get to it. And you're going to log in. You're going to log in. In fact, let me go back here for a second. You're going to type the username. This is going to come in an email, and there's going to be a link to this page. Type in the username and password that you get, type log in, and then all you're going to do is you're going to scroll down to 0 Day Hero. But before then, right now, it would be locked, but it's going to be unlocked for all the folks who just joined us. And holy cow, we got a lot of people who just joined us. That's great. I was going to limit this to the first 50 because I didn't think there was going to be 50, and there might not, but I'm going to welcome all of you who just joined us in a second. This is going to be unlocked. Go here and begin watching the accelerator videos right away. Is this time consuming? No. I know you're busy. I know you're busy. Many traders have a busy schedule. I've designed 0 Day Hero so you can literally trade this system in just a few minutes per trade. It's so easy. It's great for beginners and advanced traders. What if I can't figure it out? You'll be able to figure it out. I put hours and hours into creating those accelerator videos, and you're also going to get the boot camp. You're going to have 0 DTE trades mastered. What if I have a small account? You want to grow it into a bigger account, don't you? You're not making some of these $27 million trades. You're going to put on trades that are your size, and you're going to trade like the traders who are consistent. Consistency is the most important criterion in trading. Do you agree? Yes. All right. The boot camp is July 13th at 10 a.m. Eastern. Write that down, although most of you are going to get an email that shows that. July 13th at 10 a.m. Eastern. It will be recorded. If you can't make it live, no problem. You will literally have just enough time to get through the accelerator videos, get your feet wet with the alerts, and be ready for the boot camp on Saturday, July 13th. Another thing, you have all your risks taken away from this. We're going to give you a risk-free guarantee. If for some reason this doesn't work out for you, we're going to allow you to switch 0 Day Hero to one of our other scanners. We've got a total of 5 now. If this one's not for you, you can switch to one of the other ones, and one of the other ones will be for you. But this is going to be for you. You're going to love it. All right. So those of you who are already, actually here, before I do this, let me back up for a second. I want to welcome Jessica from Larkspur, California, to being one of our latest heroes. Welcome and congratulations. And I am so excited that you join us here on the launch party day. Welcome and congratulations to Mumad from Dearborn, Michigan. Welcome, congratulations, nice work, awesome, awesome, awesome. Welcome and congratulations to Dimitri from Cleveland, Ohio. Nice work, Dimitri, I love it. Welcome and congratulations to Crystal. Crystal joined with PayPal. I don't have Crystal's username, or not username, city and state. So it's just Crystal. And Brian also did as well. Welcome and congratulations to Jacques from Lyon in France. Hey, that's pretty cool. Welcome and congratulations, my friend. Okay, welcome and congratulations to Nicholas. Welcome, congratulations to Doug. Welcome and congratulations. Did I say Alex yet? To Alex, welcome and congratulations to Joshua. Nice work. Nice work. I'm glad you showed up today. You showed up not just to hang out and watch a webinar. You showed up for yourself, and that's freaking awesome, man. I love it. Now, I see a lot of familiar faces here, and I see some new names too. So if you are not a market taker yet, I've got something special for you. Those of you who are already part of one of our services, you already have access to this. But those of you who are new to us, you will get access to this valuable resource, the fast tracks. The fast tracks, in fact, I already showed you the fast tracks. This is how you fast track your success. As soon as you log in, this is the first thing that you're going to see on the top of your screen. You're going to get access to our chat room. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Our newsletter, special member discounts, our Monday morning meeting, which is really great, taught by John Sieglin, our complimentary webinars, our options risk analysis course, which is really great, especially for newer traders, video tutorials, our YouTube channel, the whole works. So you're going to get our fast tracks, and the value there, I value that at over $1,000. I'll just round it out to about $1,000. The MTM community chat room, you're going to get that for 3 months. We list that on our website at $99 a month, which is a steal. You're going to get that free. And if you renew after the first 90 days, you are going to get to keep that for as long as you're part of 0 Day Hero. You are also going to get office hours with Dan. And let me tell you about that one. Office hours with Dan. This is designed to further keep you learning, keep you informed, keep you accountable. We call it office hours with Dan because the third Wednesday of every month, you will join me online to check in, hear about the latest happenings in the market, what we're working on, and get all your questions answered on specific trades that you have on or that you're considering, or even questions about the Greeks, option pricing, the impact of macroeconomic events, and anything else that keeps you moving forward towards your goals as a trader. And by the way, the MTM community chat room, you're going to love that too. That's an incredible resource. I call that the best online community of traders that was ever created. Now, I'm going to answer your questions. Mike says, not allowed in your IRA. Oh, that's interesting. I think my Fidelity IRA, I can trade those. I don't think I've made one of those trades in my Fidelity IRA, but I mean, I've made like 2-day trades in there. JMF says too much value. Yeah, I know, right? Dennis says, yeah, well, talk to your broker about those spreads, Dennis. Oops. Let's see here. Hey, Tatiana, what's up? Long time no see. Haven't seen you in one of our classes in a while. I'm glad you are here today. Tatiana says, are 0 day triggers the same as trade alerts? Yes and no. So look, like I said, this takes a little bit of work, okay? I'm not going to tell you that like I'm going to wave a magic wand and just poof, money goes in your account. You're going to look at those triggers that I showed you, that I shared with you earlier. Let me see if I can pull one up here again. Oh yeah. You know, you're going to look at these trade triggers, and what you're going to do is, after having gone through the accelerator videos and hopefully the boot camp, when you get really, really good at this, you're going to know which trades are cleanup trades, which trades might be closing trades, which trades are rolls, which trades, because there are some straddle swaps in there and strangle swaps, which to stay away from and which to trade. I don't believe in just plain alerts like, here, go trade this. And you know what? One of the reasons why is because we want you to be looking at your screen when these pop up. It'll work on your phone. It'll work on a tablet. It'll work on your computer. But you're smart. I want you to screen these trades and pick the ones that are best for you. I mean, like, look, these are the trades for today, right? There's like There's a ton of them. So I want you to only pick the best of the best. And that's why I created the accelerator videos in the bootcamp. So I call them triggers, not alerts. Paul says 0 DTE trades can be made in IRA. So yeah, Mike, DM me later and we'll sidebar. I mean, the best thing to do is just to, message or call your broker, but I think you can do them in an IRA. But it depends on the broker. It depends on the broker. Who's this? Gil says, confused. The info on the scanner provides trade recommendations. They are trade triggers. They are trades that a very, very big trader who controls millions of dollars of the S&P 500 or the Qs or whatever trade. But I left some of the cleanup trades in there. I left some of the closing trades so that you can see how the traders are managing their risk. So they're the trades that professional traders are making. But I want you to go through and look, in one of my other scanners, I call this, having the bully do your homework and then, editing the homework. You get to see what the professional traders are doing, but I show you exactly how to screen these to pick the best of the best, the ones that you should be following. What other questions do you have for me here? This is great. Oh, I had some more people join us here. Welcome and congratulations to Bill from Diamonddale, Michigan. Welcome, congratulations, my friend. Welcome and congratulations to Paul from La Canada, California. Welcome and congratulations. I had another student from La Canada, California, a long time ago. Super smart dude. What other questions can I answer to help you make the decision to join us and be one of our latest heroes? Which stocks or assets have daily options? These are only indexes and ETFs. You're going to get a lot of SPX. You're going to get a lot of SPY. You're going to get a lot of the Qs. You're going to get a lot, and I'm looking at it right now. You're going to get some TLT. You're going to get some ARKK. You're going to get some GDX, XLU, XLI, all those. You're going to get all the biggest indexes and ETFs, the ones that have daily options. Are these classified as day trades and have special restrictions? No, not necessarily. A lot of these, like if I put, even if it's an iron condor on something that settles into the underlying shares, like the Qs or spiders, I leave those iron condors or credit spreads until the end of the day. I leave them go through the end of the day. So if you are not allowed to day trade, that's okay. I don't day trade these, right? Can I trade these in any size account? Absolutely. You don't have to have accounts as big as these guys and gals. You take these, and if somebody traded 5,000 of these, okay, well, that person, is risking hundreds of thousands of dollars on this trade. You better believe that person probably has a pretty good idea what they're talking about. But you don't have to go and trade 5,000 of these. I mean, you can go trade one of these. You can just follow along. This is what this, big trader's doing. I'm going to follow him, but I'm going to follow my own size. Does my brokerage account offer those? Yes. If your broker offers options, they offer these. How much time do I have to make the trade from the time the trade shows on the scanner to when it becomes too old? With some of these trades, I don't trade the exact trades. If I see a trade that is a clearly bullish trade, like it's an outright long call purchase on a big scale, and I do my own research and I like to trade by cross-checking it, I will maybe buy those same calls, or I'll buy a different call, or I'll do a bull call spread. Okay. So I use these to see what the smart money's thinking, to get that trade idea. And sometimes, sometimes you can follow exactly along, or sometimes you can trade a little bit differently. So the original question, how much time do I have to make the trade from the time the trade shows up on the scanner to when it becomes too old? You don't have all day because they expire at the end of the day. But in some cases, like especially if it's a credit spread, you might have half hour, an hour. Are Fridays typically the best time to trade these? Not necessarily. Uh, I mean, today's not Friday, and we've got like, I don't know, 50. I didn't count them exactly, but you get these trades all day long, every day. Do these trades have a harder time getting filled? No, that's the best part of this. They have an easier time getting filled. These are the most liquid options in the world because they're the most traded options in the world. Next question here. Gil, follow-up question from Gil. Also, if I trade the SPX options as opposed to the SPY options, then I'm not subject to the pattern day trade rule because it's cash settlement. No. You still are, and talk to your broker about these things. You are still subject to the day trade rule if you close it later in the day. But what I'm saying is, I mean, if it's SPX and I buy the 54.80 calls and it closes at 54.85, it doesn't matter. Even if I exercise them, all I get is cash, and then it's gone. My position is gone. So I'm never taking control of the underlying with SPX, is what I'm saying. If you trade SPY and you're just buying the call, if it gets into the money, you're going to want to close out towards the end of the day. So, you're just going to choose. Look, I have had absolutely zero problem even thinking about trading these. Not like in a what am I trying to say? In a day trade restricted account. Brian says I can confirm QQQ credit spreads that expire don't count as okay. So yeah, and look, there's no need to get super hung up on all this. It doesn't matter. What? Gil says, okay, you're saying that if I let it go to assignment or exercise, it's not. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Everything is covered in the accelerator video course and in the boot camp. What I'm saying is, a day trade is when I buy today and sell later today, or sell short today and buy later today. If you're subject to the day trade restriction, you can't do that. But I'm saying with some of these trades, you don't have to buy it today and close it later today. Some of these trades, you can sell a credit spread today and not worry about it. Just let it go to expiration. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying these are exempt from anything. All right. All right. What other questions can I? Holy cow! We just had a couple more people join us here. Welcome and congratulations to hey Ken. All right, man, from Pleasant Garden, North Carolina. I hope you're doing great, my friend. Long time no talk. Hope you're doing really, really great. Every once in a while, your name comes up in conversation between me and John. Welcome and congratulations to Samantha. Nice work. Welcome and congratulations to Raymond. Nice work. Welcome and congratulations to no, that's Raymond. Russell, welcome and congratulations to being one of our next heroes. Being your own hero. You're the one who did it. You showed up today because you saw that I've got this great new thing and you made it happen for yourself. You are your own hero, man. I love that. Can a zero DTE trade be adjusted? it can, if you're allowed to day trade, yes. Or you can add to it, you know, as long as you don't close it. What trading strategies are used with 0 DTE trades? So I selectively screen for long calls, long puts, short calls, short puts, debit call spreads, debit put spreads, credit call spreads, credit put spreads, condors, iron condors, butterflies, iron butterflies, risk reversals, straddles and strangles, long and short, straddle swaps, strangle swaps, which are the only ones that aren't fully 0 DTE. Boxes I leave in there because you can extract some information about interest rates there. I think that's it. Okay. Can I trade these every day? Yep, you absolutely can trade these every day because you get a whole bunch of trade triggers triggering every day. Do institutional traders and funds use 0 DTE trades? Yeah, who do you think's trading 5,000 QQQs? Little old lady in white tennis shoes in Iowa? No, it is the institutional traders. I mean, it's literally tens of millions of dollars of impact. $1 billion a day in impact I see going through here. It's crazy. How much of my portfolio should I dedicate to 0 DTE trades? So that depends. Me personally, during earnings season, I trade earnings trades. I will look for longer term credit spreads and such. You know, I trade covered calls and cash geared puts every day, but you know, maybe I'll decide to dedicate 20% of my trading to this. Some people who already trade 0 DT trades, you're going to have the opportunity to trade it massively better because you're going to see what the best people are doing with these. So maybe that's 100% for you. How do I identify 0 DTE trade candidates? Well, I mean, look, you know, they pop up, the trades that happen pop up on the scanner, and then you will have gone through the accelerator videos and on July 13th, the boot camp, and you're going to know which ones are the best candidates and which ones to extract information from but not trade. You're going to get it all in the videos. How many trades show up on the scanner every day? Is there a larger number on Fridays? How do I sort through them? Yeah, I go through that in the accelerator videos, and yeah, it's great. What is the risk-free scanner swap? So that is my guarantee to you, your guarantee of satisfaction. First of all, I know that you're going to love 0 Day Hero. If for some reason it's not for you, here's what you do. Go email support@markettaker.com and say, hey, I want to swap 0 Day Hero with a different scanner. And no questions asked. So you're not necessarily married to this. You can go into one of our other scanners. What other questions can I answer to help you make the decision to come and join us? What other questions can I answer to help you make the decision to come and join us? Welcome and congratulations to Jerry. Welcome and congratulations to Vivian. All right. All right, we're about to call it a day here. Final questions right now. This is the only time you are going to see this at 747 for the first 3 months. That's it. So join right now, lock in at that, and this is the only time you're going to see this. Any further questions before we call it a day? Go to markettaker.com/hero. In fact, I'm going to type that in the chat box here. markettaker.com/hero. Or call 773-302-1645, or you can just go and use this QR code. Just scan it, and it'll bring you right up to the page. It'll put you on your phone. You sign up there and be one of our next heroes. And yes, there is a dedicated channel in our Slack room, the MTM community chat room, for you for these trades. It is 0DTE is the channel, and that's where we're going to be talking about these trades. We had some people who had a little sneak preview who were able to post some ideas in there, and you'll be able to do the same. All right, any final questions before we call it a day? Any final questions? All right, well, make sure you go to marketticker.com/hero or call 773-302-1645 and join us today. That being said, have a great rest of your day. Trade smart. I'll catch you next time. Bye.